It is the man of evil, the man of self-seeking design, not he who would fain do right, not he who, even at his worst time, would at once submit to the word of the Master, who is reasonably afraid of power. When God is no longer the ruler of the world, and there is a stronger than he, when there is might inherent in evil, and making energy in that whose nature is destruction, then will be the time to stand in dread of power. But even then the bad man would have no security against the chance of crossing some scheme of the lawless moment, where disintegration is the sole unity of plan, and being ground up and destroyed for some no idea of the power of darkness. And then would be the time for the good, no, not to tremble, but to resolve with the Lord of life to endure all, to let every billow of evil dash and break upon him, nor do the smallest ill till the whitest lie for God, knowing that any territory so gained could belong to no kingdom of heaven, could be but a province of the kingdom of darkness. If there were two powers, the one of evil, the other of good, as men have not unnaturally in ignorance imagined, his sense of duty would reveal the being born of the good power, while he born of the evil could have no choice but be evil. But good only can create, and if evil were ever so much the stronger, the duty of men would remain the same, to hold by the living one, and defy power to do its worst, like Prometheus on his rock defying Jove, and forever dying, thus forever foiling the evil. For evil can destroy only itself and its own. It could destroy no enemy, could, at worst, but cause a succession of deaths, from each of which the defiant soul would rise to loftier defiance, to more victorious endurance, until at length it laughed evil in the face, and the demon god shrunk withered before it. In those then who believe that good is the one power, and that evil exists only because for a time it subserves, cannot help subserving the good, what place can there be for fear? The strong and the good are one, and if our hope coincides with that of God, if it is rooted in his will, what should we do but rejoice in the effulgent glory of the first and the last? The first and the last is the enclosing defense of the castle of our being. The Master is before and behind. He began. He will see that it be endless. He garrisons the place. He is the living, the life-making one. The reason, then, for not fearing before God is that he is all-glorious, all-perfect. Our being needs the all-glorious, all-perfect God. The children can do with nothing less than the Father. They need the infinite one. Beyond all wherein the poor intellect can descry order, beyond all that the rich imagination can devise, beyond all that hungriest heart could long, fullest heart think for, beyond all these, as the heavens are higher than the earth, rise the thought, the creation, the love of the God who is in Christ, his God and our God, his Father and our Father. Ages before the birth of Jesus, while, or at least where yet even Moses and his law were unknown, the suffering heart of humanity saw and was persuaded that nowhere else lay its peace than with the first, the last, the living one. That thou wouldest hide me in the grave and remember me. Thou shalt call, and I will answer thee. Thou wilt have a desire to the work of thine hands.